The Rocky franchise has a very interesting, fun, and dramatic history. For those who have seen my flashback reviews, you know my feeling towards the whole entire series, right up to the last one, Rocky Balboa. And if you've seen my reviews, you pretty much know that 1 and 6 were my two favorite films. One being the pretty much the start of the or what it could be the long-lasting legacy of Rocky Balboa, a person, an underdog, who pretty much went the distance against a great fighter, Apollo Creed, right up to Rocky Balboa, where he knows he's not on the league of anyone, any of the young boxers, but just really wants to prove himself and pretty much bury old wounds. To me, Rocky Balboa was the closing chapter of the whole entire franchise. I never really thought there was nothing else for the character to prove or to say. It was the ending that I expected. So when I heard that there was going to be another Rocky, but not Rocky, I was very, very not welcome to it. Not because I thought that Sylvester Stallone can't do it, it's because it ended. Rocky Balboa was the end that I think everybody left that theater who are seen it on video could nod their head and say, yes, this is how you end a Rocky franchise. This is how you end a already interesting and dramatic story. So when I heard Creed came into the picture, first of all, I thought it was a joke. But as weeks went by, and even Stallone himself has said, "Yes, this is happening," the first thing I say is, "What is the purpose? Why are we having another Rocky film?" Because that's exactly what's going to be. It's just another Rocky film disguised as Creed. Well, after hearing what more the story came through, after keeping an eye on what they was doing and who was starring in it and what they were going for, the more I saw more of these things started to surface, the more I said, okay, well maybe this will work. The trailer really brought me into this movie. The trailer really has said this is going to be a different type of movie, and needless to say, after seeing this film, it was a different type of movie. I don't want to sit there and say this is a sequel because I think it's be disrespectful to what this movie was trying to accomplish. I consider this as a spin-off, a totally different series for a new generation of moviegoers. This is Creed. This is the movie that really did justice not only to the Rocky legacy, but for whatever sequels, and you pretty much know they may make a sequel moving forward. And I gotta tell you right now, it captures the whole entire Rocky franchise. Creed, I can safely say that it felt different, even though they kept nod to what the Rocky movies was. This was still enough to be on its own, where you can say, I am looking at a story of a kid who didn't even know his father, who was pretty much a troubled kid right from the beginning of the film, taken in by Creed's wife. And basically was raised there. He tried to go a different path but didn't work. He felt he needed to go in the path of the boxer. It was not an easy feat. He was being rejected. His name was pretty much was thrown out there by even some of his own family members who refused to train him. But he kept moving. He kept going, and throughout this stage of the film, the more I got to see the performance of Michael B. Jordan, which is a fantastic performance. The more I really wanted to be engaged of this character. He had something there that surprisingly worked. Again, I didn't came here with this movie with high expectations. Even though the trailer sold me, I still said, okay, let's wait and see. And my God, I'm kind of glad that I gave this movie the shot it deserved, because this was a breath of fresh air. Let's go on with the fact here that Sylvester Stallone has gave you the best performance since the original Rocky film, since even Rocky Balboa. This was a top-notch performance by him. Makes you wish that he should have done more of movies like this, which he has tried, I think, with Copland, that but didn't work pretty much from box officely and concerned. But this is a film that proved that he is an actor, a great screenwriter, and the fact of the matter is this: this is an actor who Rocky in general is his baby, is his pride and joy, and the fact he let someone else do the screenwriting for this movie and also direct really says a lot about him. Because when the director in this movie, which deserves at least a mention in the award ceremonies that's coming up, he done a fantastic job giving us a different feel of this franchise, giving us a different look, a different take. It really felt fresh, and I was very very stunned. The music was great. The fact that it had that urban style to it, which I was kind of surprised that this movie got a PG-13 because I'm like, wow, this film is pushing that R rating a little bit much, but but despite all that, I mean, it didn't hurt the film. But I was kind of surprised of just how grounded it was. It didn't go over the top. It let the actors do what they do best, perform, and we got a great performance. I like the fact that he took. There's a bit of a jealousy between Rocky trading Adonis and this guy who has a son training in Mickey's gym, who wants him to train him, but apparently that didn't work out. And as revenge, leaked that it was in fact Creed's illegitimate son to the media, especially after his son have lost to him. It was actually pretty much different, and I think that's where the second act of the film comes, because in this movie, and spoilers in case you still haven't seen it, Rocky, we find out that Rocky is ill. He's not well, and to me with this movie, I'm gonna tell you right now, this is. I had to be very careful with this. I had to actually watch this film twice. The reason is because the disease he had, my sister had. And needless to say, I know the feeling that he was going through, fear and all the stuff that's happened between the death of Adrian and now sadly Paulie, who also had passed on in the Rocky universe. You could pretty much sense that he's just basically said, you know what, I'm done. I'm not, I want to move on too. So there's that, but it also leads to some of the great emotional conversations that Creed had with Adonis. It really did. I like the way they interacted in this movie. The montage, which has always been a staple of the Rocky films, was handled brilliantly. You had two of them, and both of them worked it very, very well. And I gotta tell you, I was really engaged on how they did this one. This is actually the most next to Rocky Balboa, the most realistic montage I've ever seen. You're seeing how he's being trained. You're seeing how Rocky himself is given instructions, and I really did enjoy those two scenes. And even though many people is going to probably debate whether or not they're just mimicking the getting strong now or gotta fly now, this one is completely Creed's own little montage, and it worked it very, very well. I like the fact, I like how they captured Philadelphia. I like how they actually really made this character realistic and also make him very likable. You understand why he's doing what he's doing. You understand why he wants to build his own legacy while trying to hide the fact that he's related to Creed. You understand why he treats Rocky like his uncle. It's out there. Everything that you see with what he's going through, right up to that epic fight he's gonna have. You understand, and you follow his character through, and that would make even the original Rocky movie very very good and very engaging, and why it's considered by many to be pretty much a misunderstood movie. And I say it again, it is misunderstood because, like this movie, which make it very clear, even though there's boxing in it, this is a drama. And a well done written drama. I was really engaged from the very beginning. I was stunned to see Felicia Rashad in this movie, and the fact that she's played Creed's widow. Apollo Creed's widow was a big stunt, because I was thinking, okay, is she's the estranged woman? She's just strange woman she had an affair. No, she's actually because as you all know, he was married and everything else. But I always thought that was kind of. I always thought what she would do in this movie, how what she can bring to the table, and what she brings to the table with the screen time she has. You felt that was a mother you can want to mess with. I really did like her performance here, but I gotta say the two actors who really shine the most is Michael B. Jordan and Sylvester Stallone. This is a movie what I really want to see more of. I never felt that way seeing it within the Rocky universe, and I never felt the need to say that, hey, this is I want to see where this goes. I want to see if these two characters can go further than this movie. But and at the same time, I'm kind of afraid because how much more can you tell with the Rocky universe? And the last thing I want is see how how Mickey. I don't want to see another Mickey situation. I really, really don't. But in any case, I think kudos to those two actors who've done a great job in this performance. Because clearly, the strength of this film is their performance, and it is a very great job. Wonderful screenplay. Again, I think that's the one thing that I think, and not taking anything away from Sylvester Stallone. I know he wrote the screenplay for the original Rocky, directed the majority of the Rocky movies, including Balboa. But I felt he made the right decision giving it to an African American director and really capture you really felt a big difference, because I feel if he would have done it or given a screenplay, not to say he would have been bad, but I don't think he would have captured the urban feel as well as this director have done. And yes, I'm gonna say it right off the bat. Having a film is only as good as the way it's been written and the way the director guides his actors. And you can tell that they were guided very well. Sylvester Stallone should be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor. There's hands down about that. Michael B. Jordan should get recognized by some. It may not be the Academy Awards, but he should be recognized by some of the awards that's also out there, including the Black Image Award, because he did a fantastic job as well. I don't think anybody, if you're a fan of the Rocky franchise, you're not going to be disappointed with this movie. If you're a fan of just great drama, you're not going to be disappointed in this movie. But I think that's safe to say, because everybody's debating about, is this Rocky 7? No, it's not. This is not Rocky 7. This is clearly Adonis Creed movie. This is clearly a different path than the other films. This is a complete spinoff, and I'm looking at it as a spinoff because it's telling it not from Rocky's point of view, but what Adonis Creed's point of view. They have done a tremendously good job from beginning to end. This is a 4-star movie for me. It's very rare that I get 4 stars to a lot of these movies, but this is definitely a 4-star film. And I don't know how much the Academy or a lot of awards. I understand. I don't think it's nominated for a Golden Globe. I have to check again if I haven't been doing the list as yet. But I tell you this, this film definitely should get recognized for screenplay. Definitely should get recognized for cinematography. It definitely should get recognized for Sylvester Stallone. And Michael B. Jordan should be recognized in some category. As for Best Picture, that remains to be seen, because again, I'm pretty sure that it's on a lot of people's list, but I don't think it's on a lot of critics' lists, and that's where a lot of people look at the most. 4-star film. I recommend you see it. If you're a Rocky fan, you should see it. I think every Rocky fan should check it out. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. I wasn't disappointed, and to me, there are 3 films that I consider my top Rocky films. Rocky, the original, Rocky Balboa, and now you have the spin-off Creed. And those are the 3 films that I always look back on and keep watching again and again and again. Well, that's it, guys. That's all I got to say about this movie. I'm not gonna, like I said, I didn't touch on Teresa Thompson, I believe, playing Bianca, the love interest. I don't think she was bad. I honestly don't. She definitely wasn't Adrian, which was a good thing. I was kind of hoping that they didn't go that route. I just don't. To me, it's just a typical. It was really nothing that special about her, other than the fact that she was the love interest. They did try to put something different, like she was losing her hearing, but in anything else, I really didn't. It didn't. Nothing really about her that stands out Sorry about that, but not that she's that terrible, but it's just that it's not something that I actually said, "Wow, this is great." She's her performance is wonderful. That's the pretty much only downside. But other than that, everybody was good. This film was great, realistic fight scenes in the end. I really did enjoyed this movie. So again, if you may disagree, that's fine. I'd like to hear your opinion on this. I'd like to hear what you got to say. But until next time, guys, it's J77 saying take care, be safe. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.